5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the 2012 Holy Trinity Turkey Bowl video. Alongside my partner in crime, Dougie Fresh, I'm Marco Mania.
It's hard to believe that the much-anticipated 6th annual Turkey Bowl is just a few days away. But sit back, relax, and hope you guys don't get called out too hard.
In the next few minutes, we'll provide you some entertaining segments as well as a look into this year's Turkey Bowl.
But first, let's take a look at last year's Turkey Bowl.
The 2011 Holy Trinity Turkey Bowl was filled with much emotion and memorable moments. We saw blood, we saw sweat, and we saw tears. Most importantly, last year's game took our tradition to a new level. The competitive spirit was caught on tape, the athletic plays were made, and the heroes were born. Each year only a few things are guaranteed, and one of them is that the Trinity kids of 08 leave it all on the field on Thanksgiving Thursday. Alright, it's time to set the ground rules for this year's game.
This year we're going to be meeting at Holy Trinity at 10 o'clock. We're picking teams at 10:15, and if you're not there, you're not playing.
You ain't playing, so show up on time. We're playing a 7-on-7 game. Any more than that, we're going to have a couple subs.
We're going to be picking captains at the field, and we're playing rough touch. We don't want to play tackle anymore because we saw Sarkis leave with concussion last time.
I love how we're still referencing that, but it's definitely worth noting. 1 first down on the 50-yard line, 1 blitz per down, and that's the only time the quarterback can rush. If the 6 Mississippis expires, the quarterback cannot pass the line of scrimmage.
After scoring a touchdown, the opposing team starts on their goal line. If you turn the ball over on downs, the other team gets it at the 50.
That's correct. We're going to play a game to 8. In the result of a 7-7 tie, and the team that received scores the 8th touchdown, the team that kicked off will have a chance to tie.
A couple things for you guys to bring. Cleats, gloves, white and green t-shirt, football, and a drink.
That's correct. It's a little checklist that I provided you guys with. I'm trying to get the green and white shirts going this year because it would be a better way to recognize the players on your team. So bring a green and a white shirt. If not, it's not a big deal. Cleats are permitted, definitely.
Rubber, preferably.
Yeah, rubber, no metal. And we just said a football because if we just have one football and warm-ups, everybody's going to be begging for the ball. And, I want to warm up the cannon before the game starts.
And definitely bring a drink because I'm tired of sharing my drink with you fools.
Well said. All right, we're now going to send it live to Doug, who's reporting live from Holy Trinity High School. Doug, how's the field looking out there?
Well, Mark, the field's looking pretty good. We're going to be playing on a half-turf, half-regular field. The conditions for that day, high of 51, low of 43, and sunny. As you can see behind me, there are people already lining up to get in here. This is going to be a very much anticipated game for sure. One for the books.
I like seeing the dedication by the fans lining up 4 days before the Turkey Bowl even starts. But Doug, what does this game mean to the players?
This game's very important to the players. It's based on pride. Last year, Jim took home the trophy with his team, and it was pretty demoralizing for the rest of the players, I'd have to say. This game means a lot to the players.
Without a doubt, it'll definitely be a special game for the players, like it always is. But this year, will fatigue be a factor?
Yes, Mark, I think fatigue will definitely be a factor this year. It is always a factor. Coming off a hard night of drinking, these kids are always throwing up, huffing and puffing, and want to call it quits after about 5 or 6 touchdowns. This one should be a barn burner. I expect a ton of people throwing up.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Thank you. Back to you, Mark.
We have a very unique segment for you guys this year. It's called Over or Under. Doug and I are going to be going over players that came to the Turkey Bowl last year. If you didn't show up, you're not getting a shout-out. Now I'm going to give Doug a stat. He's going to tell me whether that player is going to go over or under that amount. And we're going to start with Paul Valvo. Kid had a nice interception over me last year. I think he got lucky, but nevertheless, it is interception in the stat book. Over or under 1.5 interceptions?
1.5 interceptions. Bettors, I'm going to make you some money this weekend. I would bet the under on Paul Valvo 1.5 interceptions.
Okay.
Short defender, 5'4". He's got the speed, not so much the vertical. I go with the under.
Okay, very interesting. So you think he's going to have at least one?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't think he'll even show up.
Oh, okay, that's a challenge right there. Kyle Brangle had some clutch catches for us last year. Nice catch over the middle, a touchdown as well, breaking D-Mac's ankles. Is he going to have over or under 6.5 catches?
I'm going to go with the under on 6.5 catches, but the over on 3 drops for Kyle Brangle.
Oh, wow. You double whammied him right there.
Yeah.
Okay, he's calling you out too, Kyle. D-Mac, good quarterback last year, led his team to victory. Over under 4.5 touchdown passes.
Now here, you just have to pick the over. Statistically, historically, for our games, they've been nail-biters. They've come down to the last touchdown of the game. If this game is going to be close, D-Mac's going to have to throw over 4.5 touchdowns.
Okay, that's granted he doesn't get pulled too early.
He might throw too many interceptions. We'll see what
That's
happens.
what I'm saying. We'll see what happens on Thursday. Tyler Kenny. Now this is a pretty hard stat, my friend. Over or under 10 farts at the game.
You're going to have to slam the over on this one.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I've been in a room with Tyler, and that kid is just a gas machine. He just keeps on going.
The gas machine. Especially with Thanksgiving Eve the night before, he's definitely going to have the beer farts.
Yes, you're going to have to slam the over on this one. Bet heavy on this one.
We love you, Tyler, but I had to do it. Derek Blatchley. Provided some good in-man for his team last year. He actually got a nice little hit on me. Over or under 0.5 sacks.
0.5 sacks for Derek Blatchley.
He's going to have a sack.
Generally, I would see Derek playing a free safety or a cornerback position,
Okay.
so I would say the under on that one.
Okay, because he could also blitz from the free safety
I
spot.
understand, but I feel like they're going to want to use his athleticism more out there ball hawking.
Okay. He complimented you. He said the under, but he didn't give you the compliment. Zach Kochmar. Nice touchdown last year. Did get hurt halfway through the game, but did contribute to his team winning. Over or under 2.5 touchdowns.
You're going to have to go with the over on this one.
Ooh.
Koch, big receiver. He did perform well, but you're also going to have to go with the under on the amount of time spent on the field. He's a very injury-prone wide receiver.
Going off what you said, amount of time spent on the field, he also gets pretty tired pretty quickly. So that's another thing to watch out for.
I would look at also the throw-ups because...
Yeah, we have seen that in the past too. So, okay, that's going to be an interesting stat to watch. Nicky Brangle. Sorry, Nick, I'm going to pick on you a little bit here. A couple big drop passes last year.
I believe he calls us the game.
I'm not going to go that far as to say that, but that's okay. Over or under 2.5 drop passes for Nicky.
You know, I'm going to stick with the Brangle tradition and say over on the 2.5 drop passes.
Oh, man. All right.
Calling out the Brangle brothers.
Yeah, he's calling out the whole family right
Yep.
there. All right. Brangle's guy, if he's not on your team, you might want to give him a little lick across the middle. Just saying. Garrett Winkler had a great interception for us in a timely spot last year. Over or under 0.5 interceptions for the kid.
I'm gonna go with the over on that one. Just a guess. I feel like there's gonna be a ton of interceptions thrown in this game.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Due to a lack of quarterbacks or some good plays defensively?
Just everybody coming off a rough night from last night. I feel like there's gonna be more interceptions than usual.
Okay, interesting to look for. Jimmy Mara. First off, I want to say about Jimmy, we wanted to have him on the video this year, but he couldn't give me 15 minutes throughout the whole weekend. So I'm going to be extremely hard on you in this segment, Jimmy, but you did play a good defense last year. You did have multiple tip passes. You were guarding Lorino, so it's not that much to say. But over or under 3.5 tip passes for Jimmy.
Under. Jim, because you do not show up in the show, you're a non-factor in the game. Under on the tip passes.
I couldn't have said it better myself. The kid was MVP last year, but I think it went straight to his head. Doesn't have time for the media anymore. I don't think this kid's going to have anything come game day.
Let's hope you just show up, Jim.
Yeah, you better. Matt Lorino, that's my over or under. Is he going to show up? He's my last one.
Due to recent trends, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he's not leaving the city.
He does disappear, but he is also the one kid every year who is just as excited as me and you to play the Turkey Bowl. I haven't spoken to him recently, but I wouldn't be surprised if
Who
he shows
has
up.
spoken to him recently,
Oh, nobody.
honestly, Mark?
But he knows the tradition, so I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up. But I might have to go under as well on this one.
I would have to go with the under.
Yeah.
No show for Matt Lorino.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Alright, that's going to do it for Over Under, as well as the rest of our video. Make sure you have a safe but fun Thanksgiving Eve.
We'd like to give a special shout out to Nancy Joy for her making the new trophy for the Turkey Bowl. As you know, Jim Mara broke and destroyed the last one. Once again, Jim, you're in the doghouse.
I still don't understand how that happened, but I have seen a picture of the new trophy, and it looks outstanding.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Absolutely. Alright, well, like I said, that's going to be it for our video. Bring your A game come Thursday.
Until next time, I'm Doug Kropp.
Marco Mania.
See you next time.